6 o'clock, Judy, you take roll. Number 2, consent agenda. All following items which concern reports or items of routine nature normally approved at board meetings will be approved by one vote unless any board member desires to have a separate vote on any or all of these items. Go ahead, Bryce.
Okay. First page, we have general fund, expenditures. There's quite a few on here that you will notice that really are a lot of federal programs, expenditures. 628, that is ARP funds specifically for special education. And so we have several purchases, supplies, and things that we've bought here at the end of the year with that. So there are several of those on that list. A couple other larger expenses that one in particular down towards the bottom, the Alfalfa County Clerk and the annual audit prep fee, $13,110. I'm going to be honest, there's some of that is carried over from several years, and I'm still trying to get educated on exactly what that is, but Pat Carroll and them had to perform an audit of that account down there, and he had to go back and audit several years. That was a request through lawyers to do that. Anyway, that bill has come due, so that is what that is. He didn't bill us last year for the work that he did on that last year because of our circumstances financially, but we're in much better shape now, so things are catching up on us. So that, I believe that is several years worth of work that he did there. But that was a rather large expense there, something that we don't normally have. Everything else on there is pretty much routine. Monthly expenditures, like I said, we have the added expenses. Most of those are federal program expenses. We've ordered some things here at the end of the year to finish things out this year, but also in preparation to stock up on a few things for next year. Filters from Lock Supply, that was for $2,463, and that should get us through. Those are for air filters. That should get us through all year next year and maybe then some. Billy's done a good job looking around, trying to find some deals for us and buying some things in bulk with some supply chain issues that we've had. We've tried to look into some of those things and make those purchases now. Like I said, other than that, it's pretty routine stuff in our general fund. Building fund, kind of the same, not a lot going on there. We did have a couple larger expenses that kind of, the bills come due. We had to redo the fire suppression system over the kitchen hoods in the fax room. That's something that's been needing done for quite some time. And so APS, Fire Co., that is for $6,985. They came out and got that all up to code, and everything's good to go in there now. And then we had Archer's Electric come out and put 2 plugs in down here by the gym in that building, getting it ready for some things next year. And then child nutrition, Keystone Food Services, again, pretty routine expenditure there for the month. Activity fund report, Kendra was not able to be here, but she said just to pass along that everything looks really good in the activity fund right now, and we are sitting right where we need to be for carryover for next year to get the next year started comfortably and doesn't have any concerns as far as that goes, so that's good news there. Do you have anything on treasurer's report? Just lots of year-end things.
Any other questions, concerns, A through F? Do you have anything else to add, Bryce?
No, not unless there's any questions.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda, A through F.
I'll second.
Desiree, second. Judy?
Littlefield?
Yes.
Goodwin?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Gibson? Yes. Collins? Yes.
Number 3, principals reports.
Sure. I'm a little unprepared. Finished off the school year really good, I thought. Had a great turnout for graduation, 8th grade graduation, high school graduation, both houses in fact. Last end of the school year, we had a kind of a new thing at the high school this year. We had a dodgeball tournament. We had ice cream that they came. We had a movie room. We had a gaming room. So that last full afternoon that we had, we let the 6 through 12 do that, and everybody loved it. So I think it's probably something we've started that we're probably going to do every year at the end of school because they had a blast. Everybody was here. Everybody got along. I think most of the kids had a lot of time playing dodgeball, taking frustrations out. They got to throw balls at each other and have a blast. We did our Oklahoma track teams were both awarded the plaque for distinguished academic achievement. They had with a minimum cumulative grade point average of 3.5 and ranked in the upper 10% of your classification. So our girls team and our boys team were awarded distinguished academic plaques. I know our one act is going to Red River June 15th through the 19th to perform out there. That's a pretty big deal. So I guess if you're free and drive to Red River, you can watch it. But I know they've been working pretty hard. I saw Gabe White the other night and I asked him how things was going. He said they're having to rebuild their set again because the stage out there is not quite the same size. So they've been working hard on that. Driver's ed is in full swing. Last week, girls basketball, high school girls went to Pioneer Team Camp. We hosted a football team camp. We hosted junior high basketball boys team camp here. This week, high school boys are at Alva. High school girls left today to go to Elk City. Next week, the high school girls are at Cache. I think the high school boys are at Shattuck. The week after that, I think we're hosting junior high girls team camp, and the boys are playing at Pioneers High School team camp. So the month of June is full.
When does summer start?
That's a good question. When you see the driver's ed car, you can slow down and pay attention.
Get out of the way.
They are driving, so.
No doubt. Excellent.
We ended the year with a lot of fun things too. We, different grade levels took different field trips to kind of end the year. On the 16th, we hosted a Super Kids Day, and I just want to thank all of our parent volunteers. It was such a fun day for the kids to get to play games, get to play in some water. The fire truck came and sprayed them all, and that was really fun. We had our awards assembly, and we had lots of parents there, so thanks to all the parents for coming to that. On the last day, we kind of danced our way into summer break. That was fun. We all had a school-wide dance party. Today, actually, we started summer school. We have 62 enrolled in summer school, so we've got a big crowd, and they were doing some really fun things already. This week, the theme is dinosaurs. We had kids with flour all over their hands, baking some dinosaur bones and some really fun stuff. So we've got a big turnout for that, and I'm really glad because I think it'll be really fun. They're eating breakfast over at the high school, then going over to the elementary for class, and then coming back for lunch at the high school. So we're off to a great start there.
Speaking of awards, Mr. Schombacher, what was the amount on the scholarships, do you remember?
We had to ask.
It was close to 300,000
It was, I think it was a little over $300,000.
that our seniors were awarded in scholarships. That's a graduating class of 23.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks, guys. Number 4, discussion and possible action to appoint Superintendent Schombacher as agent to assure compliance for the AHERA programs, purchasing agent, hearing officer for vocational programs, civil rights complaints, risk manager, OSHA programs, and official representation and acting agents for the board in connection with compliance for any federal, state, and local funds such as the E-rate and entitlement through all of them, and any grants or other programs that would benefit Cherokee Public Schools for the school year 2022-23. It's mouthful, go ahead.
That is quite a bit. That's just basically, to say, all of that being said, it's housekeeping to allow me to sign off on federal claims, title programs, anything else is kind of the CEO basically.
Do we do that on an annual basis, or is that? Okay, I couldn't remember. Any questions there? Please don't make me read it again. Motion to approve, I'll make a motion. Approve.
Second.
Curtis, second. Judy?
Littlefield,
Yes.
Goodwin,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Gibson,
Yes.
Collins,
Yes.
Number 5, discussion and vote to approve or not to approve the temporary appropriations for the 22-23 school year.
That's so we can get started for the next year in July, and start making purchases and paying bills. Not seeing that paper in here.
Corey, you've got them right there on your file.
Right there, okay. Okay, I didn't know if everybody got a copy.
This is it?
No, they're very appropriate, look on the file.
Oh, okay,
There's 3 copies and then we need signed by everybody.
okay.
And I think right now, it looks like, the temporary appropriation is pretty much set at our estimate needs for this year, so I expect that to probably be a little bit higher, but that gets us started. And that's also something that we do every time this year.
Questions, concerns? Craig's, Greens, complaints? Nothing. Do I have a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve.
Desiree made a motion, have a second?
A second.
Shane, second? Judy?
Littlefield,
Yes.
Goodwin,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Gibson,
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
Number 6, discussion and vote to approve or not to approve the 22-23 membership of the district with OSAG, workman's comp, insurance, district membership, more insurance, liability, building, fleet, property insurance.
Again, kind of another housekeeping thing as we get ready to start another new fiscal year. Like many things, our insurance costs have increased again. They've gone up last year. Last year, they increased about $30,000 from the year before. This year, they went up again, but only went up about, I think, $8,000.
Our coverages are the same, I guess?
Pretty much same coverage, we're just paying more money. So, and that's common across the board, and it's kind of hitting everybody, all schools, inflation cost. It's mainly due to the cost, the replacement cost of things.
Yeah.
If you have to build a new building, it's going to cost way more, so.
Any questions on the insurance on number 6? I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Desiree, second. Thank you. Judy?
Littlefield,
Yes.
Goodwin,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Gibson,
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
Number 7, discussion vote to approve or not to approve the annual contract with Precision Testing Laboratories for the district's asbestos maintenance services in the amount of $1,000. That
Again,
hasn't gone up.
no, that actually didn't go up. That's been the same, I think, every year for quite some time. So, just
asbestos, we gotta pay this fee every year to have it inspected and make sure it's not doing something different. I'll make a motion to approve the contract with Precision Testing. Second. Curtis, second. Judy?
Littlefield?
Yes.
Goodwin?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Gibson? Yes. Collins?
Yes.
Great. Discussion and vote to approve or not to approve the annual contract for the audit for school year 21-22 to be conducted in school year 22-23 with Chaz Carroll.
I would recommend that we renew our contract with Chaz W. Carroll. They've been a auditor for quite some time. We've got a good relationship with Pat and Jake, so I'd like to keep using them.
Any questions on the auditor?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Curtis made a motion, I'll second. Judy?
Littlefield?
Yes.
Goodwin?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Gibson?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes.
Number 9, discussion and vote to approve or not to approve the district's annual membership renewal fee with OSSBA.
We do this again every year, just to approve that for the next school year with the OSSBA, and that gives all of us access to their resources, just as district members.
Is that might change?
I don't think so.
Not that-
I
I'm
think
gonna
you
have
have
a
that
choice.
in front of you over there. I'd have to look at it, but I don't think that went up.
I was just curious.
I think so. I don't know what it is. I think it's in that stack right there.
Yeah. I probably did. Any questions with the OSSBA membership, annual membership? They do a lot for us. It's so resources. I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Is there a second? Judy?
Littlefield?
Yes.
Goodwin?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Gibson?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes.
Number 10, proposed executive session to discuss personnel to include salaries and contracts for the school year 22-23 pursuant to 25 OS 307B1. I'll make a motion to go into executive session. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Desiree, second. Judy?
Littlefield?
Yes.
Goodwin?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Gibson? Yes. Collins?
Yes.
6:17, open session. Do I have a second?
Second.
Curtis, second. Judy?
Littlefield?
Yes.
Goodwin? Parker?
Yes.
Gibson? Yes. Collins?
Yes.
6:43.
In the executive session, we discussed personnel to include salaries and contracts for the school year 2022 to 2023 pursuant to 25 OS 307B.
Thank you. And number 11, discussion and vote to approve the employment of Emily Harris, elementary school teacher, and Rowdy Crawfield, middle school teacher, softball coach for the 22-23 school year.
Yeah, I would recommend that we hire both Emily Harris as elementary school teacher and Rowdy Caulfield as the middle school teacher and softball coach.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Desiree, second. Judy?
Littlefield?
Yes.
Goodwin?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Gibson?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes.
Number 12, superintendent's report.
I really don't have a whole lot on superintendent's report this month. Wayne and Keela covered most everything, end-of-the-year things, getting our summer school stuff started. It's been a big deal, and we've got several summer projects going on. Our staff has been working really hard. They've kind of had to change things up, started in this building, usually start at the elementary, doing some painting projects, touching some things up over there. They're working on getting the floors redone, carpets shampooed, classes cleaned out. Doing a really good job with all that. So no major projects, just a lot of upkeep on our facilities, what we have this summer. And financially, it looks like we'll know here in a few days the gross production. I think will be up again this month, so that's good. And I talked about our carryover possibly being somewhere around 500,000. I actually think it's going to be a little bit higher than that. We've got some additional costs here at the end of the year. Our summer school program, which will be, we will utilize some federal funds, but those won't come back in until after June is over. So it may not show up on that carryover number, but Things look good right now for us going into next year. I think we're gonna be able to start the year pretty strong. Still not right, where we want to be, but we're getting really close. And so I think that's been a lot of positive news for us. So that's really about all I've got.
13, new business.
We do have one item of new business. As I just mentioned, at the end of the year, some additional costs. We have actually collected a little more money than we were given on our estimate of needs. So what I would like to ask is that we approve a supplemental appropriation. The auditor has worked this up for us. This would add $416,482 to our estimate of needs from the beginning of the year. We don't need really, we're not going to spend an additional $416,000. I want to be clear about that, but we are very close to the estimate of needs. And so with the added cost, we purchased the bus, our summer school, payroll costs, those are going to increase. The audit that we just talked about at the beginning of this meeting, those things have all increased our expenditures. And so gross production is a big part of this. It's up quite a bit from what was given to us on the estimate of needs. So by approving this supplemental appropriation, that will give us plenty of room to finish the year out and have the rest of all the expenditures and purchases and things that we need to do.
So that'll be on the next school board meeting.
Right now.
Right now?
Yeah, I've got it right here.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah, no, we would approve this tonight, and Amanda will get it to the extract board and all the proper people so that we can get this done before June 30th. So, my recommendation would be that we approve the supplemental appropriation for fiscal year 2022.
Can you pass that around real quick?
Yep. Part of it, there's a couple more copies over there too. Yeah. 416,000, a little over that.
I only have,
Like I said, most of that's due to gross production.
Okay. So this will go into effect
Immediately, my dear.
As soon as it's approved by the outside quarter, I believe. Which is pretty
It's good.
pretty quick. Yeah, like I said, that's good news. We're not expected to spend that much extra.
Right.
But
Definitely
we
gives
have
us
some
some breathing
additional
room.
costs. It just means that we brought in more than was
Yeah.
estimated, so that is good news.
I just want to make sure. Any questions on
So, no.
supplemental estimate? Has there been a motion to approve the supplemental estimate? I'll second. Judy?
Littlefield,
Yes.
Goodwin,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Gibson, Collins.
Yes, he did.
Number 14, I'll make a motion to adjourn. Second. Desiree, second. Judy?
Littlefield,
Yes.
Goodwin,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Gibson,
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
6:49.